Flexbox is an essential tool for creating websites these days, but it's one of those things that it's kind of weird, right? You start using it and you need to make some columns and boom, it works. You got your columns, but then you start trying to control it and getting it to behave the way you want it to, because all of a sudden one of those columns is a lot bigger than the other ones, but you're not really sure why. Or you need a contented sidebar and you come up with a good solution, you think it's working, but then all of a sudden the sidebar is getting really big and you're not sure why. There's lots of strange things that can happen when you don't really understand what it's used for. And what that means is a lot of the time, people don't really use Flexbox to its full potential. We learn enough to get it to do some very simple things, and we just reuse that over and over again. We get comfortable with it. But we're not doing everything that it can, and that's what this course is here for. As the name implies, I want to simplify Flexbox and make it as simple as possible for you to be using. But I also want to do a little bit more than that, in that I want to simplify it, make it really easy to understand how it's working, and then take that and everything that we've learned and really understand with it, and then start pushing it and doing some more fun things and exciting things with it. And then what I want to do is take this newfound knowledge and understanding of Flexbox, and we're going to start applying it and using it in actual layouts and actual examples for you to be able to see the power of Flexbox and all the really cool things and awesome things you can do. And then with that knowledge too, you can take that and start applying it to new situations once you move out, because the point of this course is not just to understand the very basics of it. You can read the documentation for that. It's also not to walk away with exactly what I'm handing you here. You know, again, that's a great thing. I think there's a lot of good things in here that you can walk away with, but I really want you to have a deeper understanding of the core functionality of Flexbox. So when you run into new situations, you can easily come up with solutions for those using Flexbox. Now, if you don't already know me, my name is Kevin, and I do have a YouTube channel with over 220,000 subscribers now, and I consider myself a CSS evangelist because I really love CSS, and Flexbox is one of those things that I love so much. And not only do I have my YouTube channel though, I am also a former teacher. I was teaching in the classroom for 5 years, and I'm taking different strategies from the classroom to apply to this course. So not only are we just going over the material, but throughout the course, we're also doing mini challenges and challenges to make sure that you're following along with me. Then you're doing the challenges to reinforce what you're learning. I provided a workbook for you, or a reference book for you to also be filling out and going throughout the course, as well as another medium to be reinforcing everything. There's also additional reading and other resources for you to be diving in throughout the course as well. I want you really walking away with this with a firm understanding of what you're doing, not just having, oh yeah, that was cool, those lessons were fun. Those lessons were fun, I learned a lot of good stuff, and now I'm able to apply all of this in my own projects. If this sounds good to you, hit the enroll button down below, and I look forward to seeing you in the course.